Shalom and good day all, this is Tequila29 back again for another DC review, and in this DC review I'm covering the Superman Lex Luthor special, and starting off with first things first, does this cover in any way, shape or form connect to something that is happening inside with the story? The answer is yes it does, to which I give the cover a 7.5 out of 10. Now it's time to move into the area of the internal art, as well as what's happening story-wise with the characters, as we have a look around the beginning, middle, and of course the end. So as the story begins, we catch up with Superman taking on some of the problems that are happening within Metropolis. Of course, he's got a number of characters who are helping him out, and a number of these characters are also connected to his connection with the Justice League Watchtower, which we learn later on. As we start to move within the middle to the middle of the story, we get to see some flashbacks in relation to a young Lex Luthor, along with Lionel Luthor, and also some of the things that are happening. We get to see his past, and if I were to point out one thing, I think it would have been nice to include like a time as to when this is taking place. As I heard some people might indicate that this might actually be a Lex Luthor from one of the multiverses, and if it is a Lex Luthor from one of the multiverses, how come it isn't stated in comic? That is one of my personal questions about this, and it sounds to me that it's actually more so, it looks to me that it's more so connected to this present universe within the multiverse. Of course, we do learn of Lex Luthor's past involving sort of like, I guess, being a sort of a savant of sorts, or a young savant. I think that's the word I'm looking for, but almost like a prodigy within the family. And of course, we see issues with the mother, thinking that something's wrong with him, and then there's the dad who seems to be a-okay with how his son is progressing. We get to see some things take place in the present, so it would have been nice to see past and present being addressed in this time-wise. Of course, as we slowly move towards the end, we realize that this Lex Luthor from the past has created a device which sings music throughout the universe. Now, whether once again it still sort of indicates that it might have actually been this Lex Luthor from this universe, because it's not stating that it's from like any other universe within the DC multiverse. And last but not least, towards the end, to which we get to see Lex Luthor, I guess, falling back into his origins. For the internal art, I give it a 6.5 out of 10. Yes, it's a big drop from the cover, which is highly disappointing. I really wish they put in a bit of effort into... I do like the past and present, but the only thing that sort of breaks that is not the audience not being told when in the past this is taking place. Like, it could have put in, say, Lex Luthor at 8 years old, just to cover in time, or 10 years old, or whatever. Like, that would make better sense in the story. So next is the locations. Of course, we have the Justice League Watchtower as well as Metropolis. The cast of characters consisting of Lex Luthor, Mr. Terrific, Clark Kent Superman, Mercy, Lionel Luthor, Lois Lane Superwoman. Keep Lois Lane minus the super, please. And last but not least, I Through like another read through, I did realize that I had missed Darkseid. Now, were there any comic book references? There were to the DC All-In special, but the overall story rating I gave this was a 6 out of 10. Until then, let's keep it colourful and have yourself an awesome day.